And there's two other pieces I want to go back to in what you shared in your story too, because that's, I think, grief, and then what you talked about what was happening to you energetically, where it sounded like you were just so drained that you were fainting every day. You couldn't do much at all. You're in and out of the hospital.
Yeah.
And then also with that experience of being sexually assaulted in that date rape, these are sort of three pivotal things that happen for a lot of people in life, and they're just so challenging to navigate. So you kind of spoke on that grief, how to experience how one some information someone can take in, right? We don't want to keep advising people on grief, but that's some information you can take in on how to have a relationship to your grief.
Mhm.
And then that's amazing what you shared of you came to that place within yourself being so depleted and doctors not having the answers for you. And you said going inward was what helped you transform. And obviously now you're an incredibly vibrant person, even with all the things that you manage, your business that you're working on, everything that's going on in the world. You remain a vibrant, focused, emotionally open person. Whereas before, when you were younger, you came to this place of being totally depleted, right? So what are the key things that helped you change and transform to out of that depletion and more back into vitality?
Great. It is. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. For me, it was really, I think the last, God, 10 years has been a real journey in learning to love myself. And, we talk about self love and self acceptance and self forgiveness, but it's a real journey. People always say, oh, yeah, just love yourself. You just love yourself however you are. And we have all these imprints from society that, you should be a certain way, you should do this and that. So there's a lot that's expected of us, or we think that's expected of us. So for me, what was really pivotal is asking for when I needed help. I've never been good at asking for help. And over the years, I've learned to actually ask for help. And it might be as little as sitting down and asking someone for a glass of water. We women also have a weird way of communicating. We don't always ask exactly for what we want, but we say, oh, I'm thirsty. And actually what that means, translating for a man is like, will you get me a glass of water? But, also for you to read our mind, it's like, and I want it in that exact glass that I want with 2 cubes of ice and maybe a sprig of mint, but we don't ask for that. So for me, that was pivotal, really asking exactly what I wanted. And to focus into the minutia, like I was saying, like I like my glasses thin rimmed, and my water is room temperature. So I'm really precise now. And at first you think, oh, that's really finicky and that's so high maintenance. And we've all been told that, women shouldn't be high maintenance. It's not good. But actually, once you start knowing what you want and what you like in life, it's so much easier to then communicate that to your partner, to your loved ones, to your children, to everyone. And then all of a sudden, life just brings you what you want. If you constantly focus on what you don't want, or it's like, oh yeah, no, everything is fine, then you just get something fine. But if you actually really communicate what you want perfectly, then that's what you get. So that was definitely, voicing my desires. And the other one is no. When do I know that it's a no? When am I doing things that are actually I don't want to do, but I'm doing it because of habit. I'm doing it because I want to please someone else. But where in my body, how do I feel a no in my body? What does it feel like? And for me, that's tightness in my chest. And I have like this tube that just tightens up like that. So for years, people would say, can I, do you want to do this? And I'll be like, yes, but I can't say yes because actually it's a no. And said it's becoming mindful of it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I've just said yes, and I don't want to do this. So really knowing where your yes and where your no are. Those are. I mean, one of the starting points that I use with clients is yes and no, and boundaries. Really knowing, like, oh, why am I allowing certain things that I actually don't like? And yeah, so that those were the tipping points that really started changing my life.
Right. And that's awesome. And it's not some complicated like uh medical diagnosis, right? That probably doctors are trying to come up with. Why is this fatigue happening? Why is this fainting happen? What's the medical diagnosis?
It's
You
much
know,
more that where am I doing
yeah,
things that, that actually don't serve me, that my body, that my mind, that everything, just my whole being doesn't want to do it, and yet I'm doing it because I'm so used to doing it. So it was a
right.
bit of a change also for my kids, I must say.
Sure. Yeah. One of the simple but very profound.
Yeah.
I want to just take a couple more minutes and also share with me, how has accelerated evolution really impacted your life? Like maybe the main one or two ways. One, receiving the benefits of the accelerated evolution methods and methodology, and then also what it's done for you as someone who's now become a facilitator and an assistant trainer within that.
I mean, I've done a lot of different modalities. And I keep finding ones that are quicker and that just release charge quicker. So I thought EFT was really quick, and then I came across Sachin and accelerated evolution. I'm like, um, so the speed of where you can move from being completely stuck and not seeing what's right in front of you, and just like, life is terrible, or with me, with my I came to Sachin just as my father had died, and I was still grieving that a lot. And as I was going through the euthanasia of my mother. So by doing these processes, I just got so much relief, and knowing that, I was holding so much, but I was actually able to feel my true self, my essence, my just me, and what it feels like to be me, and not to have all these imprints on. So that's been invaluable, definitely. It's really helped me a lot the last year, and I don't think I would have actually grieved in the way that I did if I didn't have all these processes to kind of like keep me sane. I mean, at one point, driving up to my mother every day, when I was in Belgium, from the hotel to her, I would run certain processes in the car on myself, so I could
Wow.
get to her and I'd be like, okay, what can I hold now? What can I do today? Go to a psychologist, go to
Wow.
a doctor. The day of her death, I ran her through some processes so that she actually had complete peace with her choice. And so that when the doctor came, and gave her the injection, that she could actually just take it and be in her essence, be in her perfection.
Wow.
So I mean, for me, it's been instrumental, and that's why I want to help facilitate this and bring this back. For me, it's given me so much. It's given so much to my family and those around me while they were passing over. That it's like, if I can bring this forward and if I can help others with it, of course I have to.
So cool.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you got value out of this video, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you click the bell so that you get notifications for the next videos that we put out. We've got a lot of amazing content, videos, and interviews coming up, so you'll definitely want to get the notifications because we're interviewing some amazing people. We've got a lot of cool things happening, so you're going to want to make sure you get those notifications. And then you can also follow Embody the Practice on Facebook and Instagram. You can also go to my website, embodythepractice.com. You can contact me. You can learn more about the coaching that I offer and learn more about how we can support you to live a greater life of strength, health, and happiness in all areas of your life. So I look forward to connecting with you more. And until next time, stay strong, stay resilient, and stay healthy out there.